Welcome to The Explainer. So, today we're unpacking a really provocative thought experiment. We're talking about artificial intelligence, but honestly, more importantly, we're looking at what this tiny piece of text implies about your very own financial future. It's a super short source text, but man, the implications are just absolutely massive. I'm honestly so pumped to walk you through exactly what this means.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source material gives us just one single, incredibly powerful scenario. POV, your AI clone starts earning more money than you. I really just want you to let the sheer weight of that short premise settle in for a second. Sometimes a single sentence contains a literal paradigm shift, and this right here, it's presented to us as a very serious, very imminent scenario. We're going to break down every single part of this statement to figure out the exact future it's outlining. Section 1. Meet your digital double. Right, so our source title introduces us to this idea of the digital double. Based strictly on the text, we can define this as an AI clone. And look, we're not just talking about a basic chatbot here. The text references a digital entity that has the capability to operate, to exist, and crucially, to earn completely independently of you. I mean, actually try to visualize that right now. Just imagine a perfectly replicated AI version of yourself out there in the digital ether, just functioning totally autonomously.
Well, what really makes this source material so gripping, and honestly why it demands our attention, is actually found in those first three little letters. POV, point of view, meaning it is happening to you. This isn't some, abstract sci-fi concept happening to a nameless protagonist in a galaxy far away. The text is directly addressing you, the reader. It makes the arrival of this digital double intimately personal, literally putting you right in the shoes of the person experiencing this phenomenon.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the direct, honestly, kind of fascinating contrast it sets up based on the text. On one side, we have you, the human. You're bound by the physical world, you need a good night's sleep, and you've got a very limited number of hours in the day to actually work. And then on the other side, we have the digital double, the AI clone, completely untethered from those physical constraints and, according to the very premise of our source, entirely capable of nonstop continuous economic output. It's basically biological limitation versus infinite digital scale.
Section 2. The AI clone economy. So the text states that your clone starts earning more money. And I really want to zero in on that specific phrasing for a second. Starts earning. That marks a terrifying but also fascinating transition. In this scenario, your clone is no longer just a neat digital novelty. It's not a fancy parlor trick or a cool deepfake of your voice. No, it's crossed a major threshold. It has actually become an active, participating economic rival in the marketplace. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact tipping point that the source material is warning us about. You can see how your human income might be steady, maybe growing a little over time if you're lucky, but then look at your clone's income. It's just shooting significantly higher. The text doesn't just say the clone earns some money. It explicitly states it earns more money than you. The lines have crossed, guys. And here's the slightly dark, undeniable reality of this whole scenario. One. It only takes one. It takes exactly one single entity, your very own clone, to completely upend your personal economy. The source text isn't threatening you with like a massive army of faceless robots coming to take over an entire industry. Nope. The threat is entirely singular. You are being financially surpassed by just one optimized digital version of yourself. Kind of wild to think about, right? Section 3. The superiority paradox. So the crucial point is really wrapped up in that title, the superiority. We kind of have to stop and ask ourselves, why does the text explicitly label the digital double as superior? I mean, that's a heavily loaded word. Well, the text bases this bold declaration of superiority entirely on the clone's ability to out-earn you. It literally distills human value down to a purely economic output. It creates this direct, undeniable equivalence between earning power and superiority. We're contrasting the basic human condition against the absolute financial dominance of the AI clone. So, when we look through the stark, purely economic lens of our source text, hitting that higher earning bracket is the ultimate justification for declaring the digital double as the superior entity. Basically, because it generates more capital, it takes the crown. It wins the title. Let's move to and see how this builds chronologically into this perfect sequence of dread captured in that one source sentence. Step 1, the AI clone exists. Boom, the technology is established. Step 2, the clone starts earning. It enters the economy independently. And step 3, the clone out-earns you. The paradigm shifts entirely. I mean, actually, scratch that. It's not just a shift, it is a rapid escalation from creation to market participation to total financial domination over its creator. So let's quickly summarize the grim, but definitely fascinating takeaways from dissecting this short, super potent scenario. First, the text establishes the existence of the digital double as a complete given. Second, it highlights this massive, unavoidable shift in economic power from the human realm over to the digital realm. And third, it forces us to confront the terrifying reality of the POV, reminding you, the viewer, why this specific wording matters so much to your own life. You're the subject of this experiment.
Which leaves us with one final, pretty chilling thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. The text claims the digital double has achieved superiority strictly through its earning power. So, if your digital double is indeed superior, and if it out-earns you by a massive margin, who is really working for whom? Are you the master of the clone, or have you basically just become its biological dependent? It's a really profound question, and honestly one we're all probably going to have to answer a lot sooner than we think.